Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Jail mental health services increased in 2017. By Ann Easker. Staff writer. From 2016 to 2017, mental health services at the Charlotte County Jail increased by 40%, according to its annual report. Inmates received 7,505 mental health services compared to just 5,099 in 2016. More and more people are coming into jail self-reporting histories of mental health diagnoses and medication use, said Martha Harbin, spokesperson for Corizon Health, the jail's medical provider. In addition, lack of community services for those with mental illnesses combined with the increasing population of Southwest Florida leads to a revolving door for many of our residents with mental illnesses. In addition to counseling by Corizon's licensed mental health counselors, another 575 psychiatric exams took place at the jail last year, up from 548 in 2016. Mental health has been a hot topic at the jail, which faced scrutiny in the past when 2 different inmates died by suicide, jumping from the top tier of their pods onto the concrete floor below. To combat similar incidents, the jail recently completed a mesh fence around the top tier, making it impossible for inmates to jump off. The fence was completed the first week of February. At the end of March, the jail will also open its new infirmary, with space dedicated specifically for inmates with mental illness. The infirmary is going to be a great help, because it's going to give us an actual physical plan to provide better treatment and better programming for offenders with mental illness, said Major Earl Goodwine. Goodwine said he believes the jail is on a good path. Incident reports increased at the jail, but he said a significant number of these reports are listed as routine and cell searches. Incidents involving physical force occurred mainly at intake and in the mental health unit, often restraining individuals from self-destructive behavior. There were 12 suicide attempts at the jail in 2017, but none were successful. A lot of times officers will determine somebody's in crisis and will refer them to medical so we can get them some help, treatment, counseling, observation prior to an incident actually occurring, Goodwine said. So we're able to preempt some of this. But one former inmate said while officers are quick to react to negative situations, jail medical staff don't always provide the medication that could actually improve inmates' mental health. Bradley Drozdowski was in jail from November 2016 to April 2017 and said he went the entire time without receiving medication to treat his borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder and depression. Drozdowski said he told jail staff about the medication during intake and was told they would get it to him when they could, but on November 22, 2016, he had a panic attack and hung himself. Staff came to assist, preventing his death, but he still didn't get medication to improve his mental state. They pretty much said, "Breathe, here's some Tylenol," he said. He was then moved to the medical pod where he split his head open, banging it against the wall. Drozdowski said a mental health counselor came around each day asking how he was, but whenever he asked about his medication, nothing was done. "I understand you lose some rights in jail, but you shouldn't lose rights for your mental health medication," Drozdowski said. "If someone is on mental health medications and needs help, you don't just close a door on them and say, 'It'll be okay. You'll figure it out. Just take a nap.'" John McGathey, the father of a current inmate, said his son Todd McGathey has had similar problems. It took more than a year in the jail for him to get medication for his bipolar disorder and PTSD. Finally, he was put on a generic brand that McGathey says doesn't work as well as what he was previously taking. "The Veterans Administration told me he definitely has to be on bipolar medicine or he could just go bonkers," McGathey said. For a while, he was on suicide watch. Harbin said inmates' medication treatment plans are prepared after obtaining the inmate's medical and pharmacy records to verify active prescriptions. However, it's within Corizon's discretion whether to change or discontinue medications. The issue can become particularly tricky when inmates have issues with substance abuse. Often we see inmates who are under the influence of substances, have seen doctors in the community yet have not been forthcoming about their drug use, Harbin said. They may have received prescriptions for symptoms that are the result of the substance use. If the inmate has an expired prescription, he or she has to be evaluated and diagnosed, and we must consider the use of substances in diagnosis and medication prescribing. Symptoms and signs of substance intoxication and withdrawal often mimic other mental health issues. In Drozdowski's case, he said he had his landlord mail in all of his documentation, and he had no history of substance abuse. There's lots of drugs here in Florida, and that is why I respect the jail in that aspect, he said. They don't want to do anything giving people stuff that could possibly be addicted to pills, but when they have the legal documentation that they're on psych meds, you should at least grant that. Now living in Marion County, Drozdowski has filed a civil complaint in federal court against Corizon staff and Sheriff Bill Prummell. Harbin said Corizon has not yet been served with the lawsuit. CCSO Community Affairs Supervisor Skip Conroy said he was not aware of the lawsuit, and CCSO does not comment on pending litigation. Email, aeasker@sun-herald.com.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
County. This is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.